this computer. Okay, so we are going to take a peek at the positioning spacer. Okay, I'm going to get you started on this one as well. So as we look at this part, a couple things. We're going to start with, I'm going to assign my 0, 0 down here at the center of this bottom circle. Okay, and then you're going to notice that our radiuses for many of these elements are going to come from that center. So that seems like a good natural place to start. So we're gonna start by putting these circles in place, the outside circles, and then getting that form on the outside, and then kind of creating that perimeter first. And then we'll go to the inside. So, so I'm going to go back to AutoCAD. I'm going to start by putting my circle diameter at the center, 0, 0. And then I've got a diameter of 1.25. Okay. And then I'm going to do the outside of that circle. So when we look at the dimensioning scheme here, on the outside of this one, it says R 1.25. And then in back of it, it says, see, there we go. In back of it, it says typical or TYP. That means that anywhere you see this radius, which is going to be here, here, and here, those are all going to have the same 1.25 radius. So I'm going to go back to AutoCAD here. I'm going to go back to circle, center radius, grab that center. I have it on my running object snaps, and my radius here is going to be 1.25. Okay. Now I want to get this radius up in that upper right hand and the upper left hand corner. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and I am going to create the center line right here. Okay, first that's going to go on. And we are going to over here. So now I'm going to do another center radius. So that center there, and that radius is 6. Okay. So along this radius is where the center line of that circle here is going to be, and that circle here. So if we go back and look, you'll notice that we have a line going up. That's our vertical line. This is going to be 30 over. Okay. And 45 in the other direction. And since we have this as our 0, 0, we can actually specify that point. I don't think I needed that radius, but it's in there. It's okay. Now I can see that I can do it differently. So I'm going to put in place my center radius again. And for the position, because I have this at my 0, 0, we are going to key this in as a polar coordinate. So this is going to be 6. And then I'm going to use my shift, and it's going to be the less than symbol, shift less than symbol. And now the angle that I'm going to put in is going to be, it's not going to be 30 degrees, because when it references an angle in AutoCAD from here, it's going to reference from the 0, 0. So the 0 degree is this angle right here is going to be 90 minus 30. So the angle I'm going to enter is going to be 60 degrees. So basically I'm saying I'm going to be 60 or 6 inches away at 60 degrees from 0. So my angle here I need to put in is 60, enter. Now it's up there, and notice it's right on that radius. I didn't really need that radius in there. And now I can put that radius of that circle in as 1.25. It's a good check that it's in the right place. I'm going to do that same thing for the other side, but this time when I put it in the coordinate, notice that it is 45 from vertical. Again, we're going to measure from 0 degrees, and this total angle is going to be 90 plus 45 or 130. So I'm going to go back to AutoCAD, center radius, distance again is going to be 6, and then shift less than, and I said 130, whoopsie, 135, enter. There it is. It's on that radius because that's a 6-inch radius circle, and 1.25 for that. So I can actually get rid of this. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to get rid of that. Okay. So I'm going to erase that circle. It was something I didn't need. I was going to use it for construction, but we had what we needed to get them in the right place. All right. So now that I have those there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create over the top of these two, we're going to create a tangent circle. Okay. Or an arc. So if I go back over and I create an arc, I should have one, or it might be a circle. I should be able to do tangent, tangent, radius. I know what that radius is. So let's say, how would I know the radius? So when I go here, from here to there is 6 inches. And then I know beyond that, that's 1.25 beyond that. So this radius right here is 7.25. So I can simply do a tangent. Yeah, actually I can just do a circle over those. That'll work too. A couple ways of doing it, couple ways. So I'm going to do a center radius. I'm going to use that 0, 0, and it should be 7.25 because it's a 1.5 or 1.25 inch radius. And sure enough, if we look and we try to zoom in, you'll notice that it is naturally tangent because the outside of that circle is where that is. Cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my line going up here. So to do that, it's going to be a line and it's going to start at the tangent point here and go to the tangent point there. So I'm going to do shift right mouse button. So it only focuses on tangent. And I'm going to start here at this tangent point, the outside portion. Don't go on the inside, go on the outside. And now it doesn't really know where it's going to start yet because it needs to know the finish to know where it's tangent back to. So we're going to again do tangent, shift right mouse button, tangent, and go up here to the outside. There it is. And then now it's anchored both sides. Okay. All right. So that's in. Let's go back. And then you're going to notice that we're going to have this radius. This is going to be a tangent, tangent radius circle with a radius of 2.5. Okay. So we're going to go up to circle, tangent, tangent radius. And we're going to be tangent. Now remember, the side means something here. We want to be towards the inside here and towards the inside here. Don't go on the outsides of these circles because it'll do what you tell it to. And now it's asking for my radius to be 2.5. There we go. Now I can trim away. So I'm going to trim anything I don't need. So I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. And I don't want that. And that. So that's the perimeter. I'm going to go back to the chat. Does that make sense? Caleb, I know you had the question. Does that help? It's mainly just the inside. So you got the outside. That's okay. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. That's what we're here for. Yeah, that part is good. All right. So now let's look what we can do. It's how to deal with that inside. Dang it. Ooh, we know how to do this. We know how to do this. When I do it, you're going to be like, ah, yeah. I do need to put my little circles in here, right? So I'm going to put my circle center diameter right at this. It's going to share the same center. So I'm just going to grab. I don't have to put the coordinates in, but make sure that you grab on the outside here and notice it's going to end point. Dang it. So what I'm going to do is I want to do shift right mouse button. So it focuses on the center, or you can go over to your object snaps over here. So now when I go there, it grabs my center and I need this diameter to be 1 inch. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. Center diameter, 1 inch. Okay. Now I have everything that I need to do the offset command. Okay. So now I'm going to go to the offset command, and that offset is 0.75 typical. That means that it is that on all of those thicknesses. So I'm going to enter in my offset distance of 0.75, and then I'm going to select outside, go in, outside, go in, outside, go in. But now I'm going to do this radius here and go in, and the radius here and go in, and the radius here and go in. All right. Now I got a bunch of trimming to do, and I'm not done yet. So now I'm going to get rid of what I don't need. I'm going to trim away this, that, and that. I'm going to get rid of the, ooh, shoots, I did the wrong side. See? So I'm going to do an undo. No worries. I need this inside to remain. I need that inside to remain. So I'm going to cut out this part, this part, this part, and that part. That's what I want to remain. Same thing over here. I want to get rid of this, 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 and this. And then here, don't forget the little insides there. Inside, inside. I need to get rid of this outside and that. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So now they're all offset. Now we need to round those inside corners. So fillet command. So go up to the fillet command up here, right below trim. And then that radius on the inside, there is a note on the drawing. Let's look. The note says all rounds and fillets are 0.5. So I'm going to go back to AutoCAD and I need to specify my radius. So when I hit that fillet command, remember it's going to say, oh, start clicking, but you have to check the radius. So it's going to remember the last radius that you did, and we need it to be 0.5. Enter. Now I'm going to go in and on either side of these, it's going to create our radius. Now, if you want to keep going, just hit the enter key. It's going to remember, and it's going to remember your radius. So keep hitting enter here. Enter, or you can reselect, enter, and enter. And there it is. What do you think of that? I think I've got all the features. Looks good. Looks good. That makes more sense. Good, good, good. Yeah, offset, and then make sure you trim away the right parts, and then use the fillet command. Awesome. Any other questions? We have 3 minutes. I got done with it quicker than I thought. All right. If not, then you guys are free to go. Good session today. And I'll do grading. I'll pay close attention. I know it's a holiday weekend. And if you did want to try to take advantage of Friday, feel free to do so. But otherwise, have a great rest of the day.